Hello dear traders, you are watching a recap of the North American session. Bitcoin is back on track, the US dollar is heated by the US Treasuries, Wall Street investors are losing optimism. Let's discuss these burning issues on InstaForex TV channel. Following the optimistic Friday, the US major stock indexes either slipped moderately on Monday, like the Nasdaq, that closed 0.6% down, or remained flat like the Dow Jones. Futures on the S&P 500 also shed a modest 0.4%. Today, Wall Street investors are keeping a sour sentiment, so futures on American stocks are trading in the red. The S&P 500 is trading sluggishly within the corridor between 4,440 and 5,420. Now the index is trading at nearly 4,483. Experts reckon that the main culprit of the flat stock market is a sharp rise in the US Treasuries yields. Investors are revising their portfolios in favor of Treasuries amid elevated stock quotes and uncertain prospects of the further uptrend. Perhaps the US stock market will perk up following the report on the US consumer inflation that is due on Thursday. The CPI is expected to print a fresh high. The fresh non-farm payrolls fueled expectations of aggressive monetary tightening of the Federal Reserve. Growing yields of US Treasuries are reinforcing the US dollar across the board. Earlier today, its index climbed to 95.74 but edged down later on. Currently, the index is trading at about 95.57. Thus, analysts point out that the US dollar is treading water against the basket of six major rivals. The index and the euro have been stuck in a tight range. The index is likely to trade in a narrow range between 95.20 and 95.80 today. It could remain flat until Thursday, when the US inflation data will set the currency market in motion. The Canadian dollar finds solid support from high oil prices. Crude oil has been trading at 7-year highs for 4 days straight. No wonder the USD CAD pair is trading firmly lower. Yesterday, the sellers easily pushed the pair down to 1.2780. Today, the currency pair is trading at 1.2710. And the expected corridor for the pair is defined between 1.2580 and 1.2780 in anticipation of the US CPI. While the US dollar is regaining momentum amid rising yields of treasuries, Bitcoin is again winning favor with investors. More and more investment firms are adding Bitcoin to their portfolios. Today, Wilkery Investments is launching an ETF focused on Bitcoin mining operators with an emphasis on sustainability and green energy. The Wilkery Bitcoin Miners ETF is debuting on Tuesday on the Nasdaq. KPMG in Canada has added Bitcoin and Ethereum to its corporate treasury. The move marked the financial giant's first direct investment in cryptocurrencies. Colombia also reported on the first home sale for Bitcoins. US high-tech giant Tesla reported that its Bitcoin holdings were worth $2 billion in December. Such a stream of news set the stage for Bitcoin spike to $45,500. After that, the digital token began to consolidate. Later on, the price skidded to $43,354. The crypto managed to avoid a deep technical correction. Today, the flagship cryptocurrency is fluctuating between $43,500 and $45,500. To sum up, the US stock market is trading quietly. The US Small Business Optimism Index, released today, dropped to 97.1 in January from 98.9 in December. Analysts say there is a 50-50 chance of a further rise or decline. If the US inflation data is higher than expected, it will be bearish for the US stocks. Keep close tabs on financial markets on InstaForex TV channel, and see you tomorrow.